Third and short. Four-man rush. Stafford fires Nacua high, and it's incomplete. Good coverage there by Woolen. And Sean McVay will send out the punt team. It's a 3-and-out.
Yeah, a combination of a little bit of rush, and he actually makes a great throw. 150 yards for a touchdown. Not the normal length of the field.
Play action, pressure. Stafford going to take shot deep. Nacua's open. He's got it! Stafford to Nacua on a big connection. Down to the 26.
Matthew buys a little time in the pocket. Play action pass. Gets a little off the spot with Lawrence in the backfield, and then gives Nacua time to get down the field. That's who Matthew's looking for every single play. He's been a dominant receiver since he's come into the league.
Stafford, time, sidearm play is low to Nacua, and now it's 4th down and 10. And the field goal unit will come on out.
Stafford made toward his helmet,
and it gives it to Nacua, who runs outside and then gets hit pretty hard to keep on going.
And I think in the huddle, and that's what they run. That's why the Rams have been so successful with Matthew.
Quick throw, it's Davante Adams in stride. And a beauty of a throw and catch. Adams down to the 22 and a first down for L.A.
Great throw. One-on-one with Witherspoon, and that is a lot of hand fighting. Adams is as good as anybody on the release. Stafford, a perfect throw, 1 foot in front of the numbers. A little spark they needed from Adams. They didn't have him the last time they were here in Seattle. They're going to need him to produce, or they're going to need Nacua to produce, their tight ends. Simplifies the defensive structure when you have all those tight ends on the field, and Matt just able to deal with the open guy.
Stafford rips one, Nacua in traffic, and he hauls it in. Into Seattle territory goes Puka Nacua, and he picks up 21.
Wow, a little silent cadence with the little tap. Hey, here I'm underneath. Here we go. Rather than call it out, we're going on silent count, and then this is just Nacua on the backside. Woolen trying to. There's Puka in the backfield.
Stafford looking at him, connects with Nacua, who was run out of bounds about a yard and a half shy of a first down.
It just ends up being slightly zone coverage, but they match the zone, so everyone's going across. I don't know how you lose track of Kyron Williams out there.
Again here. Stafford looking to throw. Floats one end zone. Adams is in. Touchdown, L.A. That is some answer.
Unbelievable, Davante. His twitchiness that you saw in the release on the downfield there. Watch this one. The little wiggle back to the corner just puts Woolen in pursuit. And then when you have an accurate, precise passer, all you need from as a quarterback who's precise is a little bit of leverage. You got an outside throw, and you can win to the outside by a yard.
The Rams, 221 right down the field. Davante Adams, who led the league in touchdowns, his 10th inside the 5. Oh, we got a barn burner in Seattle, baby. Adams, who had a big catch on the drive as well. And with that, it's football fever in L.A. Cheering all over the city with Rams watch parties. Reacting favorably to that, and that was really an answer. This place was jumping after
It feels like 200 yards. I said that earlier in the game, the way this defense is playing.
Stafford going to go deep to Davante Adams, and he gets a lot of it right there. Oh, Davante Adams has come alive in this game, and he beat Witherspoon again.
Wow, high 7 route, and Witherspoon just can't get a grip on Tay's quickness. That little shimmy out of control of the high 7. You see, when you go inside leverage, I always hated that as a receiver because the DB he's got the blue jersey outside, but because of Davante's quickness, he regains a little bit of leverage.
Illegal contact. Defense number 27. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
That's on Woolen, but keep going.
Yeah, Woolen just got a little penalty there, but oh, here it is, right here on Nacua. A little too much covering with your hands. But again, sometimes when you are running outside breaking routes like Davante had on that previous play, I like my receiver to get outside. At least it cued me, okay, he's going to win the leverage.
Pressure. Stafford steps away, throws, and it is nearly intercepted by, well, that was close. Woolen had his hands on it. It's incomplete. It's 4th and long.
Seattle has played more tight man coverage today, forcing so many tight window throws. Here you get on Nacua, and the speed of Woolen and the length, that should easily have been an interception. But most defensive backs, they make them defensive backs because they couldn't play receiver and they couldn't catch. That's the reality. That's your Richard Sherman.
There you go.
He did play receiver.
Was a receiver.
Stanford. Yeah.
Hold on, we get a late penalty flag, like way after the play.
Happened well
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting Seattle, number 27. 15-yard penalty from the dead ball spot. It's an automatic first down.
Oh,
this is number 27's first unsportsmanlike towards disqualification.
That was 4th and 12. And you see he's yapping at the Rams bench, Dean.
Exactly right. He's going at the Rams bench. That's directed at an opponent. That's a big penalty because going 4th down, now it's a first down.
That is unbelievable. 4th and 12. Rams will take it.
Yeah, it's all about discipline, composure in the big moments. That's costly.
Now we'll see if they can make him pay. Stafford, loaded up, going deep. Nacua's open. He has got a touchdown.
He goes right for him, back to Woolen, who just got the penalty. Slight bubble. Unbelievable catch by Nacua, and a great job by Stafford. Going right back to him. Here's the route. Just a little stutter at that move point, which is about 14 yards. That's where the intermediate passing takes place. So when you can just freeze the defensive back's foot, even the slightest bit, that's where you get the separation down the field. A costly penalty by Woolen, and then giving up the deep one-on-one with, of course, Puka Nacua.
The ruling on the field was a touchdown. Wow. That play is now under video review.
Yeah, so they review every score. They ruled it a touchdown. It certainly looks there that he's in. I think that would take a lot to overturn. Oh, my goodness. 15-yarder on Reed Woolen. Next play, 6 for the Rams. Well, Puka Nacua's first catch of the second half came at a pretty good time. 34 yards. And he hangs on down to the goal line for the score. But think about the series from Reed Woolen. It was about as bad as you can get. Here's the penalty, taunting the sideline. You watch the very end when they throw the flag. Clear as day. He dropped an interception a couple plays before. Then that was, let's try it again. Stafford against man.
Little man coverage, and there's a little zone here, but they match a lot of these backside routes in man coverage. You see the throw here to Nacua. That was a tight window throw. This is true man-to-man, cover one. On the slant, Stafford recognized it, and then this is the one I showed earlier. In the head on kind of early downs. And the frustration right there.
Well, that's interesting.
Haven't seen that much from this team. They are so connected.
To Mike McDonald, but after that sequence, those 3 plays from Woolen, there's some argument going on. It's Nicky Manwari, the rookie. You see Leonard Williams and Kobe Bryant in there.
Yeah, I just think there's a human intricacy to all of these team environments, and that's why we're never going to be replaced as robots. In this position.
So 1st and 5 after the penalty. Stafford looks to the screen. It's not there. Now shuttles it out to Nacua. What a great play that was. And Nacua's got a first down. I don't think that was the intent of the play, was it?
Okay, you could practice that 100 times in practice, and Puka will never touch that ball. He's basically a disguise on this play, but Stafford's like, I don't want to run it. Puka, you do something with it. And he certainly knows what to do with it.
If I would have seen Stafford rush the ball twice on the same drive, I would have flipped it over. I think he felt the same way. So it is a first down. They can get another first down at the 2. Desperation for Stafford. 8 seconds left. Loading up near side Nacua. Is he out of bounds?
Oh, my God.
For 3 seconds. They're going to run the clock. That's going to do it. The Seahawks soar to Super Bowl 60. They are going to look to make sure Nacua got out of bounds, but they ran the clock on the field. Let's see.
Stafford dimed to Nacua, and yep.
He's in.
He's
That's
down
over.
in bounds.
Just confirming the runner was down in bounds.
With the shin.
The game is now over.
Unbelievable.
Seahawks win.
Sam Darnold takes the Seahawks to their 4th ever Super Bowl. First time since 2014, and they beat the Rams in an absolute thriller.